Well, hello, Cats fans. It's Ben Reeve here again from the Hoop Show, and we're back. We're back again for another episode of Player Ratings for 2022. Today, we're going to be reviewing or rating Jezza, Jeremy Cameron, gun, absolute star of the club. Second year now for the club. A bit of an injury-interrupted first season at the Cattery, but boy, oh boy, didn't he put the foot down in the second season, and it all paid off, didn't it? All those draft picks we gave away to get him, it all paid off in the end. He's got his premiership. Joel's got his fourth, and it's all happy days in Geelong land for the next 6 months until, well, let's keep it rolling for the rest of next season too. But no, let's enjoy the moment while we can. And Jez is a big part of that. Had a fantastic year, really. Started a little bit slow. He kicked about 3 goals in the first 2 games, so he's sort of got a bit of a slow start. But then, came good. I think it was the Collingwood game, didn't he? In that second half, he says, "Look, just give it to me, boys," and he went on and pretty much won the game, kicked 6 goals, and it was absolute electrifying. But it was a strange old year for him and Hawkins, really. Like, one week they'd be on, they'd be kicking a bag, and the next week they'd kick nothing or maybe one, but they just sort of alternate for that first half of the year anyway. And then it got really, I think, consistent for the both of them. They got their 2, 3, 4 goals most weeks without any big bags after the second half of the year. But look, Jez, I think he kicked 4 bags of 5 or more. He had a couple of games with 6 goals, one game with 7 goals, and another game against his old mob against GWS where he had 5 goals. Look, I'll probably remember Jezza the most this year for his, not for what he did when he had the ball, or how many goals he kicked, or any of his own highlights, but more his celebrations of his teammates. That'll be the big thing I take away from this season. Just loving him, seeing him in the background. It's great to sort of watch the highlights just to see where Jezza is off to the side, throwing his hands in the air, just punching the air or punching his fists in the air. It's great. He really got into it, and that's a good thing for all the boys to see, I reckon. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Look, I think he polled the most Brownlow votes for us, won the Cargy Greaves medal, or tied the Cargy Greaves medal with Cam Guthrie, who's now got 2 as well. So that's good. Got a bit of, I didn't get emotional, but we saw a different side of Jezza when he accepted his Cargy in his speech. He meant a lot to him, I think, about especially what his parents had done and sacrificed for him over the years. And it looks like he's at home at the club. And look, can we rate him? We can rate him on his performance, but we can also on the field, but we can also rate him on his performance off the field. I'll start with off the field, mate. 10 out of 10 in 2022. You were an absolute classic with the chickens laying the eggs and giving your medal to the cows and all the other stuff you do, and your fire pits and all that on Instagram as well. Absolute gold all year round. So hopefully he keeps it going and doesn't go into his shell a little bit. I'm loving it. Loving everything he puts out there. He has a bit of fun. He looks like he's enjoying life down in Geelong or in the surrounding areas where he lives anyway. But on field, look, I'm probably giving him I want to say probably a 9 out of 10. I was thinking maybe an 8.5, but I think 9's a fair number. He played 24 games. He had that one game where he missed, which is just that little hamstring scare, which was probably more of a scare for everyone else except him. He was playing golf and doing all this other crazy stuff while he skipped that last game of the year. But no, he was fine. He was good all year. Couldn't really fault him at all. As I said, probably the only thing that was a bit hit and miss was just the, he had his big bags and then he had his games where he wouldn't do a lot. But didn't really need to because the team was so consistent and our forward line was fantastic. We had Tyson Stengel bobbing up and kicking, 50 goals on the year. Tommy Hawkins. How many times you had 3 blokes kicking 50 goals from the one club? It doesn't happen very often. And then you throw in a smattering of other players that are bobbing up for goals. Closey's kicking goals, and then Gary Rowan, when he came back, he was kicking a few as well. So that was good. So yeah, look, 9 out of 10, probably an A minus. No, I'll go an A. An A plus would be a 10 out of 10, wouldn't it? So yeah, 9 out of 10 is probably an A if you want to look at the number grading. Anyway, what did you think? Let me know in the comments about Jez's season. check out a couple of the other player ratings we've got here. I think there's a playlist there on the screen as well, so check that one out. And if you haven't already, why haven't you subscribed? What is going on? It's just a click of the button. Please hit the subscribe button. No, seriously, if you can help out the channel, that'd be great. We love all the support we can get. We're trying to get to 500. Help us get there if you can. Anyway, cats, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.